just because there's been a few developments with the Alix Earle, Braxton Berrios, Berrios or Berrios?
He doesn't deserve
what he doesn't deserve a last name versus Sophia Culpo. Love triangle? No, I guess not even drama. We talked about this a lot, but essentially Sophia Culpo was dating Braxton. He left the Jets, joined the Dolphins down in Miami. They dated for 2 years. They lived together. She moved across the country to live with him. He gets traded. He goes down to Miami. Around the January timeframe, it seems like they're not really together anymore. Lots of speculation. And then all of a sudden they break up. No one really knows when. All of a sudden he's with Alix Earle. People don't really know when. There's speculation that he cheated on Sophia with Alix. Others are like, no, they broke up and then he started dating Alix. He's very much with Alix right now. Like him and Alix Earle have been spotted together multiple times. It's like very much confirmed. She went into the summer being like, single girl summer, just graduated college, like single forever. And then it's been very much like, oh, date nights and I'm with my boyfriend now. And they definitely seem to be dating. Sophia Culpo did seem a little like in her post-breakup feels for a while, but seems to be doing a lot better now and like seems to have like moved on and kind of living her life with her girls back in LA. But I think like the speculation remained of like, well, you know, was this like they just didn't work out and he started dating Alix and everyone should just get over it? Or was there some bad blood? So there were some, I think it was like stories, right, that were exchanged about it.
Yeah, those sneaky little sons of guns posting to the story because they know it won't be there forever. But have no fear, those on Reddit
are here.
Oh, wow. Love that. Those on Reddit are here. And I'm an avid Reddit reader.
You really are. I respect it.
It's part of my bedtime routine. It's so toxic.
It's part of your bedtime routine.
Like when I get into bed, I'm going to scroll through. Like I'm joined in all the snark pages.
Okay, I'm not trying to be this person at all. Because I hate when people do this to me. What if instead of reading Reddit before bed,
I read
a book?
Because that's not fun.
Okay. You're right. It's not fun. So Reddit before bed is now. So do you do TikTok, Reddit? TikTok? Is it like a sandwich or is it like a little Reddit, a little Instagram, back to Reddit? Like you're doing you know what you're doing?
What am I doing?
You're citing your sources. Like
I am.
It's like basically like a peer reviewed paper. You're looking on TikTok first. You're like backing it by Instagram. You're looking at Reddit to see if there's like.
Oh, I find out
that
so much on Reddit. You guys don't even know. And like it could be hearsay, she say, whatever.
Hearsay, she say.
Yeah, whatever the saying is. I'm going to go with its facts. No cap.
Stop.
Like Bible.
Okay. Anyways.
I'm going to go with its like.
Yeah, you're going to go with like
accurate
it's
AF.
Facts.
And so it all started. So new developments since we've been gone. Braxton took to his Instagram story, basically just gaslighting all of his followers.
Not only gaslighting his ex-girlfriend, but gaslighting America.
Gaslighting America.
Right after the 4th of July.
No, before. It was before the 4th of July.
Right before the 4th of July.
Right before the 4th. Like, I will die on that hill. Like I could see right through him. He basically just said, you know, I'm not one to come on here. And like I don't want to stir the pot even more.
The way he talked about it.
Really sad to see what's going on. Like we just broke up because like we just did, and that's that. And like it wasn't because of anything or anybody.
Yeah,
like, specifically said anybody. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. You're such a gaslighter. Like, I mean, anyone with a brain can see like he just did that because he wants also the fact that happy.
No, for sure. But the fact that he went on there and was like, it's just like. He's like, I've never been one that like, talks about my personal life, but it's just blown up into this crazy
so you went
thing.
On Sophia's reality show?
Yeah, like, it's like you literally went on to a reality show, you idiot. But the fact that he's like, I've never talked about my personal life. He's like, honestly, the way that this has escalated, he's like, it's just really sad to see. Like he's almost like making the fans seem like they're in the wrong, they're crazy, they're the problem. And like, what does every manipulative gaslighter do? They try to make you feel like you're crazy, you're in the wrong, when he's like, it's just so sad to see how this has escalated, and like it's just life, and it just didn't work out, and it was a great relationship, and we moved on. It's like, okay. So he posts this on his story and he's just like, you know, peace, love, blessings, live, laugh, love, like just very Manipulate. You're right. I saw right through it. It was so manipulative. Yeah. And I was like, oh,
it gave me the ick.
And the thing that pissed me off the most, I think, about the situation is that how dare he talk about it when she's been nothing but a class act. Like Sophia, she's posted a few things about mental health and like recovering from a breakup and going through difficult times and how to pick yourself back up, but always in a very like, I think, educational way. Like she's been talking to people being like, it's okay if you're going through this. Like it's okay to ask for help. Like surround yourself with people. Moving on is hard, but it's a new chapter. But she's never once bashed him. She's never once bashed Alix. She's never bashed anyone.
So, did you see the supply thing where she got hate for?
No.
In a now deleted TikTok, which you can find on Reddit, or my camera roll, because I screenshot everything. Okay. I'm afraid it's going to go away. She made a TikTok to like this sound. The sound isn't important. What's important is what was written on the screen. And basically she was making like a dig at Braxton for basically being a narcissist. Okay. Which I am in support of. He likely is. And she didn't call. So she said something along the lines of like, call me when like whatever, like you figure it out, but like called Alix the new supply. And everyone was like, that's disgusting. Like, how could you call her that? And like, she wasn't calling Alix Earle the new supply. It's like a narcissistic term that like when narcissists need a new supply to feed their ego on. Right. Like she wasn't saying like.
It wasn't against Alix.
It wasn't a derogatory term towards Alix. It was just calling it what it is.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
And everyone was freaking out on her saying like, ew, like how could you say that, like blah blah blah. And so she deleted it, but like before that, like people in the comments were defending her, but like these Alix Earle fans are so fucking crazy that they don't even care to see like any sliver of like truth and like facts.
And the thing is like I'm not even, again, I've said this before, I don't even necessarily think any of this is like Alix's necessarily like fault or responsibility. Like sure, I think there was a chance that maybe when she first met him, she didn't even know that he was in a relationship. She's definitely in the wrong if she knew that he was. But like, this is very much like his fault and his relationship, his problem. Her taking a part in it is also wrong. But I think that it's okay in culture, we like to either like villainize people or make them into heroes like so fast. Like there's no middle ground. There's no like, hey, you know what? Alix is a 22-year-old girl who just graduated college and doesn't really know what she's doing. And she's out partying and drinking. And she met this guy that swept her off her feet. And you know what? Maybe it was kind of wrong to, you know, start talking to someone like, and then realize he had a girlfriend and not really care. And like, that is wrong. But that doesn't mean that Alix is a horrible person. She just obviously maybe has one character flaw and is going through something. And like, that's okay. We either want to be like, this person's perfect or this person's evil and there's no middle ground. Like, no, we're humans and people make mistakes. And it's okay as an Alix Earle fan to be like, you know what, this wasn't that cool. Like, you know, you got to look out for the girls out there and like, you shouldn't really be going for someone's boyfriend. But like, you know, there's a lot of things we like about her too. Like, it's okay to say that. Girls are so fast to be like, no, like, no way. Like, don't go after her. That's disgusting. It's like, let's just like chill for a second. Like we like idolize people so much. It's okay. Like she's a human being.
Right. I will say the only thing, I know I called her a homewrecker a couple episodes ago, whatever. Yeah. I got my ass handed to me on TikTok. Yeah. I don't know my views on that currently. But I will say there was one TikTok that got brought back to the surface that Alix posted back in February, right along the same time that she was at the Super Bowl seen with Braxton making out. That's basically where Sophia said that she saw Braxton making out with someone that wasn't her, and that's how she got found out. In it, that she was like, oh, that's my boyfriend and that's not me. There was a TikTok that Alix made that weekend. She was doing a Get Ready With Me and she was with Kristen, her roommate, and she said that, oh, like, I'm trying to stir the pot this weekend, like there's something like going on, but like Kristen's telling me no. And like hit me up if you guys want it. I'll send you the link to the TikTok. I don't have it right now off me, so I can't verbatim say what she said, but like it was very much like mean girl energy, and like
it kind of sounded
why
like,
are you stirring the pot? Like, what is it? Like, it could have been something else, but like we will never know. So all of this is speculation. It's all alleged.
Yes,
but like you said, the Alix Earle fans, they're very much like ride or die to a fault.
Yeah, exactly. They're very ride or die. But then anyway, so after Braxton posted this video, Sophia back, which I respected that she did. Yeah. She basically posted like a screenshot with like timestamps of like when everything went down, because he was like, we broke up at the end of January and it was no bad blood, and then along the lines I started talking to Alix, and like she literally posts the receipts, and it's like a text exchange between them in mid-January of him being like, no, I still want to be with you, it's not what you think, like all this stuff, which is just like confirms that everything that he was saying in the video was bullshit. So I do respect her doing that.
Yeah,
you gotta look out for yourself.
So on January 31st, he said, yes, I want to be with you. And then she posted a screenshot from that. And then fast forward to February 11th, she texted him saying, I really hope it doesn't blow up anymore, but that's not in my control. What will be, will be. And he said, it won't, and I'll do everything in my power to make sure of it, because I don't want to be associated with anything like that. Obviously, you don't deserve that, and frankly, neither do I. And she wrote on the IG story,
except he does.
Yeah, the TikTok story, she said, the real timeline. This is in response to the Instagram story that Braxton made. She said, the real timeline. We broke up after the Drake concert Super Bowl weekend, where he was seen making out with another girl. Not better. In fact, I know this situation has been one of my biggest blessings. I wish everyone in this situation all the best, including myself, which is why I'm here to share the truth, so I can officially be done with all of this. All love. And I'm like, Sophia girl, post more, because those are like kind of vague. Yeah. They definitely you can interpret how you want. People are going to, the Alix Earle fans are going to say like, oh, she said with another girl. She didn't say Alix's name.
I know, but she's never going to. Yeah, she's never going to.
I'm sure legally she's trying to like cover her bases and not like
defame.
Yeah, and not say Alix's name. But like, come on.
Yeah, no, I between the lines agree with that. I guess we'll never know the full truth, but like I do think you like fringe that line of like you want to give people the right amount of drama, but you don't want to be the ex that's constantly talking about it, because then people get sick of you. Yeah. And then people start to villainize you and be like, oh my gosh, just get over it already. Oh my gosh, you're not over that yet. And like, you don't want to like cross the line and becoming that girl. Like you want to leave people. I think the way Alix played it with Tyler was perfect. She kind of like left people on this cliffhanger. I have more to say, but only talk about it and call her daddy. And then she never talked about it again. And people were like so curious.
Digs at Tyler like recently, like within this past month, basically like saying like, oh, it's just nice to be with someone that like doesn't yell at me for making TikToks. True. Like she's making subtle digs. So it's like she's no better than Sophia.
None of us are any better than anyone. No. That's what I've come to the determination of. What I will say though is that like Sophia, but I was also just thinking about this topic in general, and it's like the idea of like getting comfortable and like getting outside of your comfort zone, I think it's just like so important. Like I think a lot of us, and this, I don't know the situation with Sophia and with Braxton, and if he ended things with her, if she had the option of staying, but I think a lot of us are presented with situations in our lives where we're like, it might be easy to stay in my situation, or I can get out my comfort zone and do something new, like end things with a guy that is manipulative and cheated, and move out and move across the country and like do my own thing, and like that's scary in the moment, but like it's what I need to do. So I think that's important too. Like I think that was like however she ended where she ended, obviously went through hell the past, let's say 4 or 5 months or so, but now it's like living in LA, just got new roommates in this beautiful place, like really focusing on the career, seems really happy, seems to have found like a lot more joy. And like I think a lot of us, like when I go on like, somehow I end up on like breakup TikTok, but like I do think that when you're on there, like every girl always says they're like, when I was on the cusp of walking away from him, or contemplating the no contact, or finally blocking his number, or like deleting, blocking him on Instagram. It's so hard to do that because it's so painful to think about actually cutting ties with him. But they all say like a few months later, they're like, I'm so thankful. Like I wake up not anxious. I wake up not stressed out. I wake up without knots in my stomach. And like that feeling is the best. And it's worth going through all the pain of like the breakup and like the no contact and stuff. I think a lot of us get so attached to our partners, no matter how like toxic it might be in the moment. And we're just like, well, having a part of him is better than nothing. Getting the opportunity to have him on his good days is worth all the anxiety and, you know, the knots in my stomach when he goes out with the boys, not knowing what he's doing. Like, it's worth it just to like be noticed or have a small part of like his love. And that is a lie. That is not true.
It's the biggest lie ever.
That is a lie.
But you don't know it until you're on the other side.
You don't know until you're on the other side.
Like, you're afraid to see if the grass is greener, but it's like, no, girl, go water your grass somewhere else, because the grass is sometimes greener. But I mean, you can tell your girlfriend to leave a relationship, but she won't until she's ready.
No, it's so true. But I think what you just said is so true. Like, I love that quote. They're like, if the grass is greener elsewhere, like, water your own grass then.
Yeah. Like,
focus on watering your own grass and get to a place where you're like, okay, I'm ready to go, and it's gonna hurt like hell, but like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna keep watering my grass, and eventually I'm gonna find peace. And it's gonna take, like, I don't know, some people say it takes 3 months, some people say it takes 6 months, a year, but like, what is your
2 years
heart worth? Like, what is your life worth? It's worth it. Like, you don't want to look back and be like, I've been in this like same relationship that's making me miserable for, you know, 5 years now. It's like, get out today. Just get out. Like, and like, we all realistically know, you know, when you're in a bad relationship. Like, if you're being honest with yourself, I know it's easier said than done, but I do think that like, there will come a day when you're going to wake up and you're not going to think about him the first thing in the morning. Like, I don't know like what happened to you like in your journey with your ex, but I know that there's like, you know, a lot of girls are like, I can't picture myself going more than 30 minutes without thinking about him, going more than an hour without thinking about him. And then they describe it as like, as time goes on, as like the months go on, they're like, wait, I just went 2 days and I didn't think about him once. Like, that is a huge win. And the more time that goes on, like, it really does heal everything. Like, I don't know if that's what happened to you, but you were also kind of like over it by the time you left.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of girls are usually over a relationship by the time they actually leave.
True.
And guys are like more impulse.
Yeah, so maybe like, this situation is more so like if the guy's the one that cuts it off.
Yeah, and like, I mean, I feel like in the Braxton Sophia relationship, it sounded like, abrupt. Which is really sad. Like, from the text that she posted, she said in January 31st, she said, okay, so you want to be with me? And he said, yes, I want to be with you. So in that instance, it just sounds like
she wanted it.
She wanted it more than he did. Like, he was probably the one initiating this breakup. And if it wasn't Alix, it would have been someone else. And if it wasn't Alix, they still would have broken up. It's not if, it's when.
And that's why I'm like, it's less about Alix. Like, it doesn't, I think a lot of us play the game of like, well, if he didn't go to this bar, he wouldn't have met this girl, and then he wouldn't have, you know, left me for her. And it's like, okay, if he's going and he's doing that, like, he would have found someone else at some point anyways. Yeah, it's less to do about the other person. If he is going out with the intention of meeting someone else, he is going to. Whether it was Alix or another girl, it doesn't matter. It, like, if that is your intention, if that's the person you are, you're going to do it.
It does definitely hurt, though, to have your boyfriend leave you for Alix Earle, though. It definitely is.
I know. And then there's like all the people on TikTok that are like, oh, I totally would understand. No, you wouldn't.
No.
That is such a lie. Like, you would not understand. People are like, well, it's Alix Earle, I'd almost be complimented. No, you wouldn't. No, like, stop lying to yourself. Yeah. That is just like the biggest.
And what did I say? They're always blonde. They're always blonde.
They're always blonde. Dang it. You're right. Another one. That's like interesting theory.
I'm not right, but when I am. I'm not always right, but.
I'm not right, but when I am,
I'm not always right, but when I am, I'm freaking right.